टारगेट कर रहा है, हिंदू देख के चुन चुन के मार रहा है।
হিন্দু ভোট একত্রিত হয়নি, কিন্তু 80%-এর বেশি একত্রিত হয়েছে। এবং উনি যেটা করেন, বাঙালি অবাঙালি এটা কাজ করেন। এবারে আলিপুর কাকদ্বীপ থেকে কোচবিহার, দার্জিলিং থেকে দীঘা 85% হিন্দু बीजेपी ভোট দিয়েছে।
होम मिनिस्टर उल्टा करके लटका देंगे, कोई बोल रहा है ये, कोई बोल रहा है वो। आप प्री पोल प्रोवोकेशन दिया है और पोस्ट पोल वायलेंस का लिए आप रो रहे हैं, ये कैसा होगा? न्यूटन साहब का तो थर्ड लॉ है ना।
Good evening. You're watching India's election news headquarters Times Now. With me is my colleague Sagarika Mitra. Less than 48 hours to go for the polls. And ahead of results in Bengal, the fight has not ended. It has intensified. Mamta Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee are in a huddle with their team, their election agents, the party workers, cadre, what have you. And they've sent out a clear message of confidence and caution. Mamta Banerjee claims 200 plus seat victory. Saga.
So while urging her cadre Pranesh to remain alert at counting centres, remember that was an appeal that she's given. Stay at counting centres. We've seen that showdown. But let's also tell our viewers about what happened all day. The Supreme Court, from the Supreme Court to the strong rooms and right down to the streets. The Supreme Court today refused to interfere with the Election Commission's counting framework, which is a big setback for the Trinamool Congress. On the ground, we saw flashpoints continue in South 24 Paraganas, especially in Falta, where residents came out and staged protests. Women have alleged threats by TMC workers, with women also claiming that houses were threatened to be burnt. They claim that they were given rape and death threats. In Diamond Harbour and in Mograhat Poschim, repolling has been taking place across 15 booths, and there are questions on if there's a possibility of repolling to be ordered in Falta as well. Now, add to that, we know there's a strong room showdown that has been ongoing. So clearly, polling may be over, Pranesh, but the battle for Bengal is very much on.
And over the next 1 hour, we'll try and decode data and trends. Sagarika has gathered a lot of data points along with JVC. We'll try and decode that. But let's introduce the panel. Sardar R.P. Singh, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, JVC Sriram, our poll strategist, Mr. R. Rajagopalan, Tushar Gupta on the show, Niladri Bhattacharya, Harish Mohammad Ibrahim will be joining us in a bit, Kamruzaman Chaudhary ji, and Ashwini Kumar Mishra completes the panel. Mr. Rajagopalan, Mamta Banerjee says 200 plus for the TMC.
He should say 294, Pranesh. Why she leaves 94 to BJP? She should claim 294 because the election is fought on Bai versus Bharosa. And moreover, Rahul Gandhi's video that blaming Mamta Banerjee for having given room for BJP, that has gone deep into the CPM and also congressmen mind. Therefore, Mamta Banerjee cannot escape that wrath of Rahul Gandhi. Therefore, it has a wider ramifications.
Shekhar Iyer is also with us. So, Mr. Iyer, good evening. What do you make of this claim, 200 plus?
Well, I heard Subhendu Adhikari also say 200. I mean, this is the time when they have to keep their respective cadres in high spirits. But there is anxiety. See, the big point is there is a lot of anxiety there. And because of that anxiety, one can see that, one is seeing a lot of tension, and particularly among cadres too. You see, a lot of it, what you are seeing, trying to rake up one issue or the other, then trying to go to the court, that also betrays some kind of tension. But all those tensions have been caused largely by the exit polls, because on the ground, I think the respective parties know their strengths, their weaknesses, and what they expect and what they don't expect.
Okay. Mr. R.P. Singh, are you surprised? Were you expecting this? Would you call it a sign of desperation?
Her saying that 200 seats,
yes,
you were saying, and spending 4 hours at the counting booth. And she was there at the outside the strong room for 4 hours. This shows the real 200 tally. when she's worried, she's totally lost it, and her expression, her body language, her even whatever she's saying reflects that she has lost the election. And then it's not only anxiety, it's panic also, not only anxiety and the tension, it's the panic and tension put together. And then we can see that whatever she's saying comes from a person who has lost the game. I mean, if you see a match, whenever the cricket match gets over, I'm giving you another analogy, when the cricket match gets over, you see the captain of the winning team and the losing team.
Saga, why don't you take this to Mr. Niladri Bhattacharya? He's with us.
Yes. So, Mr. Bhattacharya, there are a lot of analysts who are of this opinion that this is an election that could, be a historic one, a wave election. Do you agree with that analysis? And this wave could be a wave of anger. Now, what is that anger? Is it an anger against the claims of misgovernance, or is it an anger against what the Trinamool Congress says, anger against, say, SIR, anger against, polarization politics? What, in your opinion, has happened in Bengal?
See, Sagarika, definitely it's a wave election. The mood on the ground shows to be that. But whether it is a wave for a change or a way for an anger against the SIR, the way people have been made to stand in the lines for so long, people's name have been deleted. This we will come to know only on 4th. It is impossible to predict. This is the first time in Bengal, it is impossible to predict that who is going to be a clear winner. It's very, very, very clear. The writing is on the wall.
So why are you saying this when Mamata Banerjee is confident of 200 plus? Dada, you should be saying, yes, she is right. We are getting 230.
Pranesh, actually, we got confused by Shubhendu. Both are saying we are confident of 200 plus.
So you should go with what Mamata Banerjee is saying.
We as normal human beings, we are only wondering that we have 294 seats or we have more than 400 seats.
And I must say, it's not just 200. Mamata Banerjee says that we can get, the Trinamool Congress will get anywhere between 226 to 230 seats. That was the first claim that she made, and she's told her cadre, she's appealed to them that don't worry, we are forming government.
Sir, in an election where even the Congress is saying, we are getting a good number of seats, why should you be, not confident? Bol dijiye aap.
I'll tell you what is the basis. So 152 seats in the first phase, the BJP will do definitely well because that is where the BJP normally does well. But the second phase, 142 seat, which is the bastion of TMC, there it will be very difficult for the BJP to come in. Now,
okay, let me then flip the argument. Do you believe in the first phase, Amit Shah's prediction is right? 110 for the BJP?
110 would not be possible for the BJP. There will be something in the range around 72, 70, 80 in the first phase.
Okay, I thought you would rubbish that claim, but Kamru Zamanji, how do you see Mamata Banerjee's claim?
No, she can claim anything that many of your panelists have already said. To keep the morale of the counting agents high on the counting day. Just 2 more days you have to wait. But Pranesh, getting reports from across north and south, one thing is for certain. The issues that were there on the first phase of the election dramatically changed when the second phase came in. What happened exactly was, in the first phase, the issues were about development, about SIR process, about lakhs and lakhs people not getting their franchisee. That apart, when we came down to South Bengal, the entire issue was polarized because South Bengal is the decisive in any Bengal election. What happened was, you can see your analysis when it comes, districts like South Chobis Pargana, Kolkata, Howrah, Bardhaman, in parts of West
No, Mr. Kamru Zamanji, what are you trying to get at? Are you saying that Congress does not have an edge because of the polarization?
No, wait. I did not say that. When you went into the elections in the first phase, what happened was that there was an issue-based politics. Anger against or anti-incumbency against Mamata Banerjee helped the Congress party in the first phase. So you will see a great performance by the Congress party in Malda, Murshidabad and the Dinajpur
Sir, how
areas.
many seats do you think the Congress has a chance at, getting?
Very realistically, we have put up candidates in such constituencies. Maybe in there are some.
Give me a figure which is both realistic and which will help the uplift the mood of your cadre. Why should you be behind?
We exactly calculated at around 18 to 20 seats Congress is registering or winning this time. To be very realistic, because we did not go to the election with saying that we will be 200 plus.
आरपी सिंह जी 110 में से कटेंगे जो इनके 20 सीट अगर
मतलब फर्स्ट फेज में कह रहे हैं ये
सेकंड फेज हम यहाँ पे कोई ये लुकाचोरी का गेम खेलने नहीं आए जो रियलिस्टिक है
ओके
बक्सा में बंद हो चुका है
तुषार आई कम टू यू नो बट सागरिका हैज सम डेटा पॉइंट्स Saga, let's start.
Okay, so we've heard 3 numbers so far. So Mamata Banerjee today has said that the Trinamool Congress will be getting more than 200 seats. Earlier she gave that number 226 to 230. Shubhendu Adhikari has in fact said that it's going to be 180 plus for the BJP. But let's talk about the number that everyone's talking about, the historic number, the 92.47% turnout, the highest ever in Bengal since independence. So this time we've seen a 10.67% surge in the elections from last time. So can the record turnout indicate disruption, or are we going to look at status quo as has happened in other states? So yes, what's the turnout? The turnout is 92.47 in both phases, and the surge has been of 10.6%. Now let's show you about how Bengal has voted historically. If I could just ask our team there to show us how Bengal has voted historically, and this is the turnout. This has been the turnout since 1962. But you know, Sriram, I want you to comment on this. Do you see a pattern here, especially from 2001, okay, let's talk about the 2011 election, which had seen the regime change election when Mamata Banerjee had come to power. So from 2011 to now, in the turnout, is there a trend that we are noticing?
It's been always 80% and above. So 96, they touched the 80% because that was actually an election where Jyoti Basu could have become the prime minister. And after that, Bengal is a one state. I do not know of any other state which consistently hits the 80% mark. Now this 92.47 is equal to 82% of last election.
Right.
So as a result of which the turnout has been high. But the issue here is, Sagarika, many of our panelists are not concentrating on that. There is a potato farmer issue. This potato farmer issue has hit the farmers in Bengal very badly. Not a single panelist is talking about that. Because what the potato farmers wanted was, they wanted a permission to sell in the outside states like Odisha, Jharkhand. Now, extraordinary situation requires smart thinking. Now, Mamata could have immediately said yes and would have let down the potatoes to be moved to Jharkhand and Odisha. Because they had to throw it. Their price at which they produce and the price at which they get when they sell, there is no parity. They are selling at loss. So this is the number one issue. Has anybody spoken on this in Bengal election? I don't think anyone has spoken in the last 2 days. Number two, corruption.
No, 1 minute. Let's stay on number one because the person who's joining us is Deepshita Dhar. She's a CPM candidate from Damdam Uttar constituency. And the left believes that the BJP and TMC are not really talking about the real issues. So let's go to Deepshita. Deepshita, good evening. Thank you for joining us on Times Now. First of all, what is your assessment of how the campaign was, and what do you think of the exit poll projections?
See, we really don't have much faith on exit poll. We have seen how in the last years exit poll really didn't match whatever the result is. But what we think, it is a little contradictory to what a lot of other people would like to think. I don't think this election was about Hindu-Muslim. This election was not about Mandir and Masjid. After a long time, I think this election, the issues of the common people, the migrant workers of the Bengal who are going outside the state, getting beaten up, getting killed, the question is not that they're being killed as Bengali. The first question raises that why they had to leave their home, why they're going outside for a job. It's precisely because they don't have enough job in their own places. The question of the poor people. Somebody was talking about the farmers. Yes, we know whenever you open the TV channel, it seems like that these people are not relevant, that these people do not exist. The farmers, the workers, the migrant workers, the women who are not only getting Lakshmi Bhandar, but the women who are working in the Aksho Diner Kaj, the women who are not being paid their wages rightly, who are working as Anganwadi worker, the women who are working as a midday meal worker, who are not being given their wage properly, they are also going to be the deciding factors. The delivery workers who are working for 14 to 12 hours a day and not getting a single penny in their pocket after spending their money on petrol, diesel, and the other things. I think they are the people who are going to set the narrative. It is not going to be about Hindu and Musliman. It's not going to be about Modi and Didi. It's going to be about the people.
Deepshita, my colleague Sagarika is also with us. So are our other panelists, and I'm sure some of them have a question for you. But let me ask you this: how does this work? Because you are from the CPM. You are saying the TMC is not talking about the real issues. Forget the BJP for a moment, because BJP is not really in the umbrella of India Alliance. So after the Bengal elections, when all of these parties, sit together with the larger agenda of defeating Modi, does all this come on the table? That, the TMC was not really talking about real issues, that there is a sense of, corruption, etc., misgovernance?
I think it must leave everything, leave the corruption side, leave everything else. If at all the India Alliance's motive is to defeat BJP philosophically or politically or ideologically, then the question is to be asked that Mamata Banerjee, sitting there for the last 15 years, what are the ideological resistance that she has made in Bengal? We have known that after she coming to the power, the RSS Sakhas in West Bengal had gone like 10, 15 times. 100, 150 more Sakhas had been coming up every year. All the kind of, political program or, religious turned political event that BJP has introduced in Bengal, starting from Ram Navami or Hanuman Jayanti, who are the foot soldiers who are making it possible in Bengal to make all those programs happening. It's Trinamool again. It's the Trinamool who are organizing the Ram Navami rallies. It's the Trinamool who are organizing the Hanuman Jayanti. It's a similar kind of intensity that the BJP is doing.
Okay, let me ask you a more ideological question. You're a young student turned politician. You've contested polls before, so more power to you. But let me ask you this: you have a problem with the the religious processions, Ram Navami, etc. It is part of the cultural.
No, we don't have.
You just said the TMC is doing this.
No.
So if the party in power is doing this,
religious processions, when the religious events turned into political events, we want the religious event to remain as religious event. It can be Durga Puja, it can be Eid, it can be Muharram. It cannot be a political rally. You cannot start a Ram Navami or a Durga Navami or a Lakshman Navami and can say that, okay, this is the rally and we are going to go in front of the masjid and we are going to say,
Saga has a question.
Come back to the power. We are going to burn down that masjid. That is politics. That is not religion. I don't think any religion teaches us to become violent to other religion. Anybody who does it, they're doing politics. That's not religion.
Deepshita, we've seen how the narrative across this campaign has, been about Mach khete debe na, Deem khete debe na. We've seen how the narrative in this election has been about polarization, consolidation, counter-consolidation. But let's also not forget that the women voters of Bengal are a very important voting bloc, maybe even deciders. And now when we talk about women voters, one question comes to everyone's mind. What about the safety of women in Bengal? And RG Kaur was one such case that saw the entire state rally for the cause of justice. The Bharatiya Janata Party gave a signal this time by making the mother of Abhaya, the candidate from Panihati. So do you think that is going to go in the favor of one political bloc?
I don't think so. I don't think so precisely because the people who are right now talking about giving justice to RG Kaur has not given justice to Kathua, has not given justice to Hathras, have not given justice to Unnao. I don't think people of Bengal, people in Bengal, they're self-aware, they're politically aware. So just with one position or just with one stance, I don't think they're going to forgive whatever BJP has done.
Kamru Zamanji has a question for you.
I just have one small point to make.
Yes.
If you are going to look into how the CBI has handled the RG Kaur case, that is completely disheartening. Whatever the state government's position was about that whole incident, the CBI could not say another line against it. Which was extremely disheartening for a lot of us who are fighting the cause. Our Honorable Prime Minister, when Abhaya's mother went to Delhi, she didn't care to meet her at all. So if at all the BJP was so much eager in solving the question of women security in Bengal, or at least the RG Kaur case.
Okay, Kamru Zaman Chaudhary has a question for Deepshita, and Tushar also is raising his hand. Yes, can we open the screen, please?
Deepshita namaskar. I am from Calcutta. As you well know, I have a small question for you, ma'am. We all know how wonderful candidate CPM has brought out this time. Whether they will win or not, that's a different question. But ideologically, standing from an ideological point of view, Mohammad Salim, secretary of CPIM, went and met Humayun Kabir, a very divisive figure. In 2021 elections also we saw how Mohammad Salim brought in Abbas Siddiqui into the brigade parade ground for the rally. Now, as a young candidates of the party, do you support such hobnobbing with communal forces in the state, particularly Humayun Kabir and Abbas Siddiqui?
I think about Humayun Kabir, the party has made it extremely clear. Humayun Kabir is a communal element. Humayun Kabir was a communal element when he was part of BJP, when he contested in symbol of Padma. Humayun Kabir was a communal element when he contested in the symbol of Trinamool Congress, the Jora Phul. Even if he starts a new political party, it does not really erase whatever his past activity had been. He is a communal force, and as left political party, we must not have any kind of communication, leave alliance.
Tushar.
Simple question now that we're in the business end of this election and now we're just waiting for the results to what have been cast. If there is a scenario where there's a hung assembly and both TMC and the BJP cannot cross the majority mark, and if in a rarer of the rarest case scenarios, the CPM has to extend outside support, which party will it extend to?
That the party will decide. I think we are thinking a bit too much. As much I have understood the West Bengal politics, there is not going to be any kind of hung assembly. Whoever is going to come to the power, this year's election, to be very precisely, the kind of turnout that we have seen, the kind of conviction that we have seen who are standing in the line, there can be only two ways. One, it was an anti-establishment vote. In that case, we know what is going to happen. Or it was an anti-establishment and anti-SIR vote. And then also we know what is going to happen.
No, so in both these cases, Deepshita, where is the left in all this? Of the two scenarios that you just told us, what happens to the left?
I think we are going to get more percentage of vote from the last year. We are going to get a double-digit number of seats this time. And we are going to be the only force who are going to talk about the bread and butter issue.
Okay, we have Mr. R.P. Singh Ji, the national spokesperson of the BJP. He has a question.
Or anybody else.
With ISF, Indian Secular Front, going to ask the same? Indian Secular Front is being secular or communal, or is it rational? Do you treat?
I couldn't hear. Can you please repeat?
Indian Secular Front, ISF, yeah, it's not ISF.
ISF
joining hand with ISF is secular or communal?
ISF is a secular political party. It has people who are coming from Muslim community. It has people who are coming from Hindu community. It has people who are even coming from tribal communities as well. It is a secular party.
Okay, Deepshita, do you believe that Congress is a secular force, a secular party?
Of course, absolutely, yes.
Do you know what Mr. Vijayan think, tall left leader about the Congress? You must have heard he thinks Congress is communal.
In case of Kerala, where there is no threat of an completely, utterly communal party like that of BJP, which is not there, it is then between the progressive forces, between the secular forces, and it is about the who is.
So, ma'am, then you're exposing yourself. That means that the left. No. So in a state.
Who is standing with much more conviction in the secular
that's okay.
cause,
I understand that. These are political compulsions. But tell me, you were talking of ideology, that, issue-based, etc., etc. This is a big issue or should be a big issue. If you really believe Congress is communal in one state, then Congress is communal. It can't be that Congress is secular in Kerala or communal in Kerala and secular in Bengal.
If at all that was the case, then I think Pinarayi Vijayan would have said that they are not going to be part of, or at least the Kerala CPI would have said that we refuse to become part of the Indian bloc because the India bloc is led by the Congress and they are a non-secular party. I don't think that was the position that Pinarayi Vijayan has ever taken. What we are saying that in a particular state, in a particular geographical, political location, we are trying to get the best of the people together.
Right.
In case of Kerala, where there is already a LDF bloc, we really do not want anybody else there.
So in a
Similarly,
state or
case
in
of
any
Bengal,
place where the left is, is strong, it does not matter. Everybody else is communal.
No, there are major contender is Congress. There we do not have someone like BJP, which is outrightly communal
I understand
party.
that, Deepshita, which is why I am asking you. And listen to this carefully. In Kerala, you are calling the Congress communal because the Congress is up against the left. It is a major contender. That is not the case in Bengal.
You're getting my point. What I'm saying, in Kerala, there is no threat of BJP. What kind of...
But what has the threat of BJP
plays?
got to do with anyone's secular credentials? When a Congress chief
Absolutely,
minister,
yes,
no, 1 minute. When a Congress, 1 minute, you must have, Deepshita ji, listen to...
That there can be a political party, that there can be a political leader, that there can be ministers who can come to the in a rally and say that desh ki gaddaro ko goli maro salo ko. We have no idea that people in political power...
Video public meeting of Hamas is okay. Holding a public meeting of Hamas leader is okay.
Mr. RP Singh,
it is not fair.
It is the level of communalism that the BJP has exposed to us.
No, I understand that. You can call the BJP communal, but I am only asking you this question on principle. When the Telangana chief minister was a Congress leader, the Congress rules Telangana, he says Congress is equal to Muslim. Is that secular or communal? No, let her answer this.
What was the response of the Congress party when the chief minister has said it? Did they endorse it? Did they say, yes, you are right? Actually, Congress is equal to the Muslims?
He's the sitting chief minister of a state.
Was it endorsed by the Congress party, or the Congress party has...
If the
chief minister is...
Why should I be defending Congress? I don't understand.
No, you have to defend Congress because you are part of the larger India alliance. Deepshita, no. Listen, we are not... I don't want to, put you in a spot here. Very brave of you to come and take questions from everyone. And, this is really the spirit. We are only having a discussion. Like Tushar asked you a question, Kamru Zamanji was also, he asked you a specific question, you didn't answer that. But about Muhammad Salim. But my question is really fundamental.
Because the party has made it very clear that there should not be any kind of discussion with Humayun Kabir. That is party statement. That is my statement too. Okay. I made it very clear, of course.
Boliye, sir.
Hamas meeting, the virtual meeting of Hamas in Kerala, was it communal or was it secular?
Who conducted it?
Who conducted it? It was conducted under your regime. You allowed it. You are against any of the yatras.
Okay.
You say You say Ramnavami yatra is communal.
In Pahalgaon, when people are killed by asking their religion, since it happened under the jurisdiction of Mr. Modi, so if Mr. Modi is conducting all this activity, are you saying that? What is the logical...
Deepshita, do you realize what Hamas is? Hamas is not some NGO.
No, of course. And the people who have killed, the people in Pahalgaon, the people who, the terrorist organization who have killed the Hindus,
okay,
and the
Tushar,
and the general people of my country, they are also not the NGO organization. What exactly we are trying to say here?
Deepshita, with all due respect, why should Congress or the BJP or any serious party take political lectures and security lectures from the communists when the communists themselves say they want to surrender and disarm India's nuclear regime, India's nuclear arsenal? So why should the communists be lecturing any party, any government on issues of national security? You are here to weaken the country. So why should we listen to you?
That the people that you're talking about, BJP precisely, since they're in power, it is their responsibility to ensure that everybody is safe and secure. I, as a tourist, if I'm going to Kashmir, my responsibility, my security is the responsibility of the government.
That is not the answer to that question of giving up nuclear weapons.
If they're failing to do it as individual, as citizen, I have the right to speak. I have the right to criticize. I have the right to suggest. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not, whether you want to use it as a political tool or not, whether you want to make the people of India vulnerable or not. It's up to you completely. Absolutely right. You don't have to listen to us.
Tushar.
No. It's not the BJP making the country vulnerable. The communists have it very simply. You said it's the government job to protect the people of India. Yet you, the communists of India, protect the same protest against the same government when they go unleash, an attack against Pakistan, against the terrorist forces. Then you criticize the government of being communal, bigoted, and politicizing Operation Sindoor.
Can you show me a press release where CPIM has condemned the the Indo-Pak war and the attack in Pakistan? Can you show me? Is there any?
I can show you
evidence that
plenty.
have?
I can show you your manifesto to begin with.
You know, it
where
doesn't,
you say that
Dipshita, you're young, but it doesn't work like this. You see, by your logic then, you know, if RP Singh then asks you, can you show a press release where Anurag Thakur's statement was endorsed by the party on a, you know, party letterhead? It doesn't work like this. You have to take positions on principle. Let me ask you this. Dipshita.
Was Anurag Thakur dismissed? No,
let me ask you.
One, it's
no,
a
sir,
lie.
I think we'll have to get on with the conversation.
The CPIM has never taken a position
let her talk.
saying that, just one line. The CPM has never taken a position saying that the India should not be attacking the Pakistan if there is a terrorist attack. We have never said it.
Ma'am,
that's a lie that
the
you are telling.
CPM has done much worse. The CPM thinks Maoists are some freedom fighters.
Who said that? I am here responsible for Communist Party of India Marxist. Tell me where CPIM has said that Maoists are freedom fighter. I don't know whether you know or not. In
When the
West
Naxalites
Bengal,
were killed, madam, when the Naxalites were killed, both CPI and CPM leaders, your CPI leader Raja, condemned that. Naxalites are needed, he said.
CPIM people in Bengal were killed by the Maoist forces. Kishenji, who was a big-time Maoist leader, who was part of Mamata Banerjee's whole plan in defeating the 34 years rule of CPIM. Kishenji was a Maoist, and he is the one who had killed several of our comrades. Ovijit Mahato, Tilak Tudu. I can tell you like 100 of names. And you are saying we are going to tell them that they are freedom fighters, people who are killing our own comrades.
Ma'am, the CPM Politburo had released a statement on the encounter of 27 Maoists in Chhattisgarh. And this was, I think, in January 2025. After the show ends, you must read what they said. This is judicial execution, etc., extrajudicial killing, etc., etc. Tushar.
Does that mean?
No, again, I've been listening to Dipshita and that condescending voice and the condescending tone she's taking against the parties. Show us the press release, show me this, show me that. Why was the CPI protesting when the government put the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance? Please, Dipshita, hear me out. Why was the CPI in West Bengal protesting the suspension of the Indus Water Treaty after the Pahalgam attack? I understand you were angered by the Pahalgam attack, but when the Indian government first suspended the Indus Water Treaty, why was the CPI protesting in Bengal? Please tell me that. And that is a public protest. Do not ask for press releases. It was a public protest done on the roads.
This is the fun part about the national media. I don't know whether maybe you don't have enough Bengali people there to read things or to understand things. The rally that was held in Kolkata, it was demanding peace. It was never against this treaty or that attack. What we said that so many of our people have been killed. There has to be a justice made. There we have to ensure.
Okay, no, 1 minute. Let's not do this 1 minute. Kamru Zamanji, do you want to you know, before I come to you and Ashwini ji hasn't spoken, Dipshita, between the Congress and the TMC on an ideological level, who is your natural ally?
If you ask me, in case of West Bengal, I think the Congress and the left together had fought battles. We have ensured that there are many places where this binary, that this CPF, this Hindu versus Muslim, this Muslim is equal to Trinamool and the Hindu is equal to BJP. It was the collective force of left and Congress together in case of Bengal who have broken it.
Okay, then why didn't the left ally with the Congress or vice versa? You think an alliance with the Congress would have helped?
If you ask me personally, I think yes, absolutely yes.
Okay, and my final question to you is this: how can the left revive itself? Because, you know, the exit polls show that the Vijayan government may not come back to power in Kerala. That was really the last bastion. What happens from here on? I mean, obviously, people like you fought 3 elections, more power to you, but in the larger scheme of things, what happens to the left?
See, in Bengal for last 15 years, we are not in power. For last 15 years, several of our comrades have been martyred, several of our comrades have been killed and raped and, you know, homeless. Yet after that, in every election from 2021 onwards, if you're going to look into our chart, into our vote share, we have increased in every election. In every year after 2011 or 2019, to be very precisely, all the movements that have been laid in Kolkata, let it be the Ideological or let it be the SSC or PSC scam, the left was there in the forefront. Irrespective of whether we are inside the government or not, We are going to continue the movement for the people, and we have trust, we have faith on people. If not today, at least tomorrow, that the people of Bengal
Before
have to
we
come
let
back
you
to
go, I think Kamruzamanji has another question, sir.
Before Deepshita leaves, one small input. You know how India is standing at the crossroads now. Though we are not aligning with the left parties in Bengal this time, but it's an unwritten fact that because of the left's ideology, India is yet to go into the danger. The left is pulling the country back on its track from going into extreme right. And I thank Deepshita, people like Kalatan Dasgupta, Meenakshi, or Afrin Begum, or the young breed that are coming up in West Bengal. They are in a, I can say, a wrong party, but they are the leadership that Bengal
Which is the right party for her? Congress party, sir?
That's for the public and Deepshita to decide. But on your television, I might be offending many people in my party. But I'm proud to see Bengali young breed like Deepshita coming up. And that's the hope of the country, irrespective of which party they belong to.
No,
Because
I don't think
today-
anyone on the panel will disagree with that point. You know, young people must enter politics. Even, you know, Tushar, Mr. Rajagopalan, they're all smiling. Deepshita, more power to you. This is your third election. The first two you've lost. All the best for the results. Thank you for speaking to us.
Deepshita, you know, because this show has been about Bengal, we've spoken about so many things, but I can't let you go before asking you, do you have a number that you can give out to our viewers? Who's winning this election? Is this an anti-establishment vote? If it is, then it's advantage whom?
If you ask me, frankly, I don't have one. And this had been one of the most silent votes so far. We really do not know. As I told, there can be only two sections, only two probability. One, if it's an anti-incumbency vote, then we are going to see the anti-Trinamool vote share being increasing. And of course, BJP getting benefited
At least
out
she's
of
being
it.
honest here. She doesn't say that
But
left
it
has a
also
chance of
can be,
return to
It
power.
also can be an anti-SIR vote.
Right.
Where people whose name had been taken out, their family members, they do vote against the BJP. And even if they do not like
You'll have to take
they might
another
vote
question, Mr. RP Singh.
Only part on the Gaddar. Sadanand Masterji was a Gaddar for left.
Sorry, I couldn't hear again.
Sadanand
Sadanand Master, his limbs were chopped in Kerala.
Was
He's
he
now a Rajya Sabha
Gaddar?
MP. He was a
I
victim
don't
of
know.
political
I don't know what you are
violence.
talking
Was he
about.
Gaddar?
I think I don't believe in this whole idea of Gaddar and all that BJP believes in. They believe in.
No. He was a victim of political violence,
I believe
Deepshita.
BJP has a tendency of branding everyone as a Gaddar, whoever questions the government.
Okay.
I don't believe in it. Even if in Bengal or Kerala, if some violence had happened, I think that should not have happened. I condemn it.
Okay, we'll let you go. Thank you, Deepshita, and all the best for result day, and hope to speak to you again sometime soon. So that was the left perspective. Now in all of this, Tushar, and Niladri Bhattacharya is back, you see the, you know, for lack of a better word, the double standard in the larger India alliance. No one knows who is their ally, who is the enemy.
No, that is why, Pranesh, the other day on your show, I said that the India alliance is a situationship, as the Gen Z calls it. They are not committed to each other, but they hook up conveniently whenever there is an election that suits their interests. That is how the India alliance works. The Congress today is a liability for its regional partners. TMC doesn't even like to engage with the Congress in this election or in the Lok Sabha election. The DMK is already talking about breaking up all its ties with the Congress. You saw what happened to RJD. Come UP election, the Samajwadi Party will do the same. And talking about the communists, look, they bring noise and nuisance. They do not bring any votes. They do not bring any political capital. Look at Arvind Kejriwal in Punjab. Do you think Kejriwal and Congress will be fighting the 2027 Punjab election together? Absolutely not. And then we'll get the same answer that we get every time. Oh, this is a larger alliance, which is democratic, so anyone can come in and come out.
Ashwini
Why
ji?
everyone come? Yeah.
Hey, Tushar speaks, looks like he understands the nerves of all 150 crore people. I mean, it's quite laughable. Just before answering to Tushar, I think, Pranesh, one propaganda you have created multiple times about the statement of our Telangana Chief Minister that Congress equal to Muslim. I think I should call that out. When I say, Pranesh, that you are an honest man, do you think I am saying that Tushar is not an honest man? No. That means I believe that you are an honest man. That's an inclusive statement. There are more honest men as well. It does not mean that when Congress says Congress loves Muslims, it does not love Hindus. Unlike Modi ji, who says that Muslims will take your Mangal Sut, they are infiltrators. He used this word that infiltrators, they are infiltrators, they will take your land, they will.
But what about Kamal Allah's statement in a closed room? What did he say? What did Kamal Allah said? And what did Rahul Gandhi say in a closed room?
One bit that Ashwini Mishra. No, 1 minute. Ashwini ji, सुन तो लीजिए सर. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. एक तरफा चल रहा है.
Language of inclusiveness. Actually, सबका साथ, सबका विकास is what Congress thinks, not Modi ji thinks.
ठीक है सर. अब आपको लगता है Congress is equal to Muslims, is truly secular. Then all the best. You know, may the force be with you, Mr. Rajagopalan. What is wrong with Congress is equal to Muslim?
Prime Minister has already said it, Pranesh, that, Congress is Maoist Muslim League. IMC, INC is MMC. So there is no other part, Congress is almost dead in North India, Pranesh. Why to talk about South India? Suppose if Congress wins in Kerala, it will be a South Indian Congress, not North Indian Congress.
Okay. Yes, Niladri Bhattacharya is saying something. Yes, sir.
See, as far as the India alliance is concerned, it is, don't forget, in the last election, this is the only alliance which stopped the BJP in its tracks. And today the government which they have is on two crutches of PDP and Nitish. If both of them were not there, then this government would not have formed. We heard of tall claims of Isbar 400 par, but they got stopped at 243 or something odd. So don't underestimate the India alliance. The India alliance is a larger alliance of the like-minded parties to stop the BJP.
Yeah, sir. Truly like-minded parties, TMC. Yes, Tushar. Like-minded parties.
Let me remind our friend Niladri Bhattacharya that the alliance he talks about that stopped the BJP, TMC wasn't a part of it. TMC actually presented all its 42 candidates in West Bengal stating that they were not going to ally with the Congress. So you might be correct that, okay, there was an alliance of some parties. TMC wasn't a part of it. So let's not claim credit where the credit doesn't belong to the TMC.
Harish Mohammad Ibrahim is also joining the broadcast. We'll shift our attention to Tamil Nadu in just a bit. But Saga, let's talk about the turnout.
All right, so like we've been telling our viewers, there have been 15 booths that have gone for repolling today. This is in Mograhat Paschim and in Diamond Harbour. And as till 5 p.m., the turnout has been approximately 86.11 that was recorded in Mograhat Paschim constituency and 87.60 in Diamond Harbour. So once again, we are seeing a great turnout there. But let's also tell our viewers about another data point that we want to focus on. And here we are going to talk about the 56 lakh churn. What does that indicate? We are going to tell our viewers about how mandate could be in a flux. And that is why this data point becomes very, very important. So this data point that we are going to put out for our viewers, what happened this time in the elections? How many more voters were there? And here we are going to put out that graphic for our viewers. Why is this 56 lakh being spoken about? What about those voters who came out and voted extra? Like you know, the electorate has been shrunk because of the SIR. So the votes that were added, which includes the first-time voters and the newly registered voters, that has been 29 lakh. And after that, the SIR deletions we've seen has been about 27 lakhs, which excludes the deceased, the duplicate and the shifted. So the total churn we're looking at is about 56 lakh. What does this now indicate? Does this mean? What does this indicate? Then let's tell our viewers about the woman vote. Why is the woman vote such a critical vote? How did women vote in Bengal this time around? So in 2021, the number of women who voted were 2.94 crores, which was where we saw the turnout of the woman vote to be about 82.3%. In 2026, this time around, that number went up to 3.18 crore, and the turnout in the woman vote has been 93.24%. It is 24 lakh more than that, more than 2021. And they've also outnumbered the male voters. So 3.13 crore male voters and 3.18 crore. And the difference has been more than 5 lakhs. So who have the women voted for? A very important block. Has there been a split in the women vote? How have women voted traditionally? Like they say, in states we've seen that, that the party that gets the maximum number of women vote always ends up forming the government. So these are very important. And are they also indicators of a wave? If this is a wave election, what do these indicators tell us about? And after that, we are also going to talk about another spike. But before that, Pranesh,
JVC,
there is a question.
How will this play out?
Phase 1, women voters, 46% had voted for TMC and 51% had voted for BJP. The phase 2, it has jumped to 48% to TMC and 49% to BJP. So, and also we can see some of the districts, what the data which you are getting is, like say, let me give you an example, South Parganas, it's been very low for BJP. On the contrary, Hooghly, compared to 2021, they performed exceedingly well. So, it's been a case of few districts concentration high, few districts concentration low. And today also, as we are debating, I was reading a report that a lady who voted for TMC had been told by a local leader that if we don't win in this area, you will be raped and your house will be burnt. Now, that's the fear the TMC goons are trying to create. And we are happily debating in this.
No, we have those reactions. You're absolutely right. The people there came out and said that there are rape threats. So it's down to, that level of intimidation. Harish is also joining the broadcast. But Saga, I believe you have more data points to quickly tell us. Okay, so here we spoke about the woman vote. But there's another question that has been on everyone's mind. Yesterday, Shuvendu Adhikari said that more than 85% Hindus have voted for the BJP. If that's the case, what has happened in these elections? So polarization plus bloc mobilization, what does that indicate? We'll have to take you through some numbers here. Now, here we are looking at seats with a significant amount of Muslim vote, which across Murshidabad, Malda, South 24 Paraganas, these are seats where the Muslim vote is more than 35. The Muslim population is more than 35%. And there has been a turnout spike in across at least 85 such seats. There are 112 such seats in Bengal where the Muslim vote plays an important role. And now out of all those seats in Raghunathganj, in Golpokhar, in Jangipur, we've seen how the turnout change has been a little more than 20%, 19.7%. We've seen 17.9% in Chakulia. It's been 17.5 in Ratua, 16.2 in Falta, 2.4. So does that mean this could be advantage TMC? Now, yes.
Well, these are data, but what I've seen on ground, I have to show you a picture here. If your cameraman can focus on this. There was Mamta Banerjee's Nukkad meeting. I was there in that. I went to observe that meeting, and it was empty chairs. Bhawanipur. And this is the picture of Mamta Banerjee on stage. So, fact is that there is strong, and I understand the Muslim votes would have shifted to her, but there is a strong anti-incumbency, and that's what you're seeing in Falta today. That's what you're seeing, what's happening today in Kolkata, that people are coming out in spite of their threats being issued to them, in spite of threats of rape, threats of house being burned. In spite of that, they are coming out in big numbers and voting still.
Right. Tushar?
Look, I would be focused on very key districts when it comes to turnout. South 24 Parganas, Malda, Murshidabad are not the areas that are traditionally BJP catchment areas. That is where the TMC is expected to do well. But it's the presidency region, not 24 Parganas, Havra, Hooghly and Kolkata that interests me. It won't be an exaggeration, Pranesh, to say that the turnout and the women voters of the Bhadralok, as we call them, or the Kolkata, Havra, Hooghly region mainly, will decide this election. In North Bengal, BJP will actually improve its tally from the last time. In South of Bengal, say in South 24 Parganas, the TMC will do what it did last time. It's the presidency region that will decide the election. And that is where I think the turnout and the women voters, that is where I would focus at least.
Hooghly, they've done very well, Tushar. BJP has done well. The data tells me that. And also in North Parganas, the BJP has done well. Now, the real question is, where we are really confused is how much in Howrah? How much in Howrah? Because you're saying, I agree with you. In South Parganas, I don't think anything much is going to happen. But can BJP breach the Howrah and Kolkata? Few seats here and there. That would determine who sits in the writers' building.
Okay, Harish Muhammad Ibrahim is joining the broadcast. Harish, we were discussing Bengal, but let's shift our attention to Tamil Nadu. And the question which is emerging from the developments we've seen over the last few hours is that DMK is unhappy with the Congress and may snap ties?
Those are the insinuations which the aspersions with the media houses are putting upon, and it has been there even before the elections. But whatever the indifferences between both the parties will be taken up on the during the high command meeting, which has been planned after the results comes out. So we don't want to get into those aspects until we have something clear in our table to discuss.
I think JVC has a question.
No, I think, it's out in the open, Arish. I don't think, we should be hiding it. CPIM secretary has come and said we were not happy. We were asking at least for 6 seats for both the parties, and you're given only 5 seats. Now, DMDK says we'll think about the seat sharing and all later. VCK has come and said some other places our workers themselves have not worked properly. So it is there out in the open. Congress section of Manikam Thakur has said TVK has performed exceedingly well, and I have been telling right from day one. So, Arish, you may not agree with me, but the fact of the matter is, I've been telling it from day one. 58 seats you gave it to allies. Touch your heart, those 58 seats, 46 seats you're given a green pass to NDA. And that too with DMK coming and breaking.
As a psephologist, you can have all the data which has to be tested and proven by the electorates, which will be happening on May 4th. The decisive mandate will be given to the DMK is what we projected and what is we have.
This is not about the mandate.
It's not about the mandate. About the allies.
Talking about
the allies.
Yeah, Pranesh and JVC. Pranesh and JVC. Let me complete. So, having said that, unless whatever the aspersions we put across the table will be preposterous in nature, I don't want to comment on it. But having said that, we have only 24 to...
Okay, let me ask you one question about Vijay.
Results to reach. Yeah, please go ahead.
Mr. Vaiko, of all people, has today said that, yes, Vijay, he said good things about the Vijay. So, do you read this as, a sign of times to come?
Vaiko has appreciated somebody, that's all gone.
Pranesh, no one even in the DMK camp spoke anything against a new entrant. It is a functioning democracy, and we should welcome a new entrant. There is no second thought about it. And whether he is going to get the mandate of Tamil Nadu people is yet to be decided, and we will have a decisive result. Whether he has been accepted by Tamil Nadu people or not, we will wait and watch.
Mr. Rajagopalan, what do you think?
DMK is in a very much, bad shape. DMK is realizing, as JVC said, that 58 seats were given free cost to NDA by DMK. That is why Vijay says that DMK and BJP have a secret alliance. Apart from that, JVC and Kolala Srinivasan in Tamil YouTube channels, JVC and me have been saying this. DMK has not realized it, not yesterday, today. For the last 5 years, we have been saying DMK is at the end because of the drug, because of the allies. Why Rahul Gandhi did not canvass? You must ask the DMK representative.
Okay, Harish.
Who should be doing the canvas? It's a party's high command should decide, not Mr. Rajagopalachari should decide in his Delhi office, right? Number one. Number two, having said that, whether the Congress and the CPI, CPM, Vidudalai Chiruthaikal Katchi or MDMK having any frictions with the DMK, it is for the party commands to decide in a closed door meeting, whatever the indifferences, they will speak and get it about it. And what the right from the beginning till now and even after that, who are the people who want this alliance to be broken because the DMK having one of the tightest alliance, which is making sure the BJP a nightmare, which is giving the BJP day-to-day affairs. They are giving a nightmare.
Speaking out now.
Rajagopalachari, sir, I haven't interrupted you.
Okay, let me ask you, before we end the show, JVC, you want to revise your numbers? Are you confident?
See, even if Vijay, I can tell you, this is my number. I live by my sword. I die by sword. So, okay, I stand by my numbers, not a single seat more, not a single seat less, not a single seat more for DMK Alliance, not a single seat less for AIA-DMK Alliance. Even if Vijay clocks 26-28%.
That's the number on your screen is the Axis My India.
I'm saying 26-28%, because Axis My India, please don't bring me that number here. Because what is the credibility of that number? Can you give me one seat? I've given 234 seats. Who is winning, who is losing? So compare apple with apple. Don't compare apple with banana. Okay. Now, fact of the matter is, I am telling you, even if Vijay and his party clocks 26-28%, there is still a scope for NDA to win. That's set.
And I have a very small last question. Is there still alliance, DMK and Congress?
Of course, it will be there. It will be there for until 2031 to make sure the NDA alliance loses majority. And even JVC, who lives by his word, he is the one who said 400 par is coming definitely.
I never said 400 par. My number was maximum number was 375.
Come on, let us rewind.
Okay, you will have, Harish, don't worry, you will be in the same studio as JVC on May 4th. So, settle your scores here. But JVC is still confident of the number that he has, which means an edge to the AIADMK.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And gentlemen, we've had a very, very interesting and very riveting debate from two states where the entire country has their eyes on these two states. What's going to happen on the 4th of May? You'll have to stay with Times Now 6 a.m. onwards for the most exhaustive, most comprehensive and the fastest election coverage. Stay with us. It's me, Sagarika Mitra, and my colleague Pranesh. We are signing off for now. Thank you for watching.